All right. Well, it is. So it's an upgrade video for mobile app development. First one, and it's for the quiz app. I'm Caitlin Domke, and with
And
me
I'm
is.
Lindsay Miranda.
So let's just go over overview of what we did, I guess. Do you want to take it first or me first?
I can share mine first.
Okay.
So for my part of the upgrade, I added a progress bar that shows the progress that you are in the quiz. So if you're like halfway through the quiz, it's gonna show you 3 out of 6 or like 50%. And I used Chat GPT for debugging and some coding suggestions when I got stuck, and I worked on it for about an hour and a half, I think.
Okay. And I kind of did a more simple change for one of our upgrades. It was level one, just styling touches and just technically some minor UI enhancements. So we just added some customized colors just to make it our own, and we added some fonts to make it more unique and different from what we had in the Udemy. I believe we were using the font Lato or Lato in the Udemy course, but for this one, it was called Bitter. So we'll change the gradient colors. And technically, there wasn't any new tech or Flutter concepts for this. It was just making it our own, basically. So I just used chat to give me suggestions on a couple of things. For right now, the questions text, the answers text, and like the results screen is mostly all the same font, but the buttons like restart quiz or exit quiz or to start quiz are all the same font. So they're consistent with like the different types of buttons, but with the rest that you just read off the screen, mostly that's just all the same font. And so for the other one that we did, or our last uh upgrade, it's level three is just a reusable widget to exit the quiz. So we just added this new widget that you can be used across the multiple different screens. And in this case, there's just six to exit the quiz at any time. And chat was just used for me for suggestions on how to get it all connected through I believe it's the questions screen. And uh, basically, it was two screens that were involved in this, or two Dart files. And together, that was roughly 2.5 hours, but some of it was just research and debugging. So if we go to live demo, pull it up here. It's our code base. Just going to pull it up here. So here's our app. We have our new color and our new font here. So again, just new font, same color since it still complemented the theme here, but we changed the color to fit others. Here's our exit quiz button. Take you back to the start screen at any point. So if we were to do this, just back to the exit screen. And then as we see
The
our
top.
progress bar that Lindsay made.
Yeah, which shows the progress in the app. Every time you click a question, it goes up one question and the percentage.
And at the end, it's still similar to the Udemy version, which still has the numbers, what color, and like what you got wrong. For this case, the correct are more of a green color, and incorrect is more pink. And then we have like the what the user chose and what the correct answer is. And then you can restart the quiz and go right back to it. So, code explanation. So, Lindsay, do you want to go first? Anyways,
Sure.
good. Here's the progress.
Okay. So for this one, it's a widget for a custom progress bar, and it shows text labels like 3 out of 6 or like 30%. And so for the first part of the code, it's a stateless widget because the widget doesn't store its own state and it depends on current index and total. And these values are passed on from other files in the quiz app. And then for the calculating progress, you calculate the progress as a number between 0.0 and 1.1. And then I used the current index plus 1 because I want the first question to show as 1 and not 0. And then clamp, make sure it never goes below 0 or above 100%. And then there's the progress bar container, and it's wrapped around the bar in clip rect to give it the rounded corners on the progress bar. And then chat helped me with the tween animation builder to animate the bar smoothly and every time the progress changes. And then for the bar layers, um, it's there's a faint bar behind, and then there's a foreground layer, fractionally sized box that grows from left to right based on the progress that you are making in the quiz. And then lastly, there's the progress text, which adds the label under the bar and it shows the count, like again, like 1 out of 6, 2 out of 6, and the percentage. And then it gives the user a clear idea of where they are in the quiz. And yeah, that's it for this code.
Yeah. And then I believe we just had to connect it with questions, which was goodness. So it'd just be all connected.
Yeah.
Okay. So for the first thing that I worked on, which was just fonts and colors, that was more of a simple thing to work on, which luckily you with color from ARGB, you could just hover over it and then click a new color. So I was just adjusting it for a more blue-green color scheme. I had to research a little bit for the Google fonts, which was what was available. So in this case, I chose bitter, which is a little funny. But I didn't make a change on the font size for this because some of the things that would be changed were a little awkward looking afterwards. Some of the things like the regular like exit quiz or over in like the start screen, the start quiz, I left them as them being like transparent or no background color, just to make it stand out more against the like darker answer buttons. And actually, exit quiz was based off of the start quiz. So, putting off from that is the exit quiz, which just we have it defined in, I believe it's quiz start. We have it defined to have it go back to the start screen. Oh, okay. And then just left it white. And we had to close. I had to look up for the icon, so it just has the X, which is just the close icon. But this is available on all the question screens that pop up and just returns you to the start screen. So that was about it. It was mostly connecting it that took most of the time. So that is our explanation for our upgrade video.